What is up, Globe Trotters? What I like to do for the Geoguessr daily challenge is we are incepted into a location somewhere in the world. We have to move around and figure out where we are, and we got 5 shots at a perfect score of 5,000 points. And if you think you know where we are, please shout out the answers. Just no Googling. If you guys are wondering where these videos are, come check them out on Freepeat. They are added to the Geoguessr playlist, and the link to that is available on Freepeat in the community posts, as well as on my Discord in the Geoguessr channel. And we're going to play this one together, okay? This is going to be South America. Louis Trichard Musina. South America? No. N1. Where's the N1? Ah, no. This is South Africa. R523. Yeah. Where's Waterport? Any Afrikaners? No? Do you think the mind is in the brain? No. I think, well, yes and no. I think the mind is a algorithm, right? I think the best analogy is if the brain is the computer, then the mind is the program. So yes, right? The program is in the computer, but if you use my analogy, you understand that it's not exactly one-to-one. North Korea. Don't do it. Waterport, Musina. Where's the N1 in South Africa? Anyone know? Anyone know N1? Or is that? Hold on. I see N1. Does it continue down the coast? N1, N1. N1, N1. Maputo. Okay. Maybe it's the brain shape makes the mind. No, I think if you do the analogy that the brain is like a meat computer, then the mind is the program. I think is the best way to think. It was there north where? Waterport? You saw Waterport? North of what? Dude, I don't see it. Are we in Mozambique? Are we in southern Mozambique? Left side of South Africa. Help me, guys. Hit refresh if you haven't already to catch up. If you want to play this live, there's a bit of a delay on YouTube. I don't see Musina. You're in Mozambique. Yeah. Am I supposed to be? 34 seconds. I don't see Musina. Don't see Waterport. We're going to run out of time. Hey, good night, Kane Up. Left side of South Africa. Yeah. And we got to catch that delay. R523. Ah, it was inland. Okay, so the N1 is actually the pentagonal symbol. Cool. Madagascar, it was South Africa. I see Musina, the top of South Africa there on the border with Zimbabwe. Question number 2. Okay, so this is giving me, I mean, maybe Australia or Africa? Cabañas, South America. Las Duquitas. Okay. Santa Isabel. Telen. Where's the sun? Sun is in the north. Okay, so we're probably southern hemisphere. Shinobi1 says, I can imagine you guys would be like some agent working his job, trying to track down criminals, and they only have a CCTV photo. I like the daily challenge because I like doing it cooperatively with the chat, and I like how everyone's from somewhere, so oftentimes people know the language or they know some other type of context clue that I would miss. Yeah, I think it's more likely South America than Central America, because the sun is in the north. I'm trying to get more signage. You think Panama? I think it's south of the equator. I think Pampas is kind of Argentinian. Yeah, maybe. Yes. I think so too. I think that's the most likely guess. I want to see more highway signs though. Oh, and we're getting bounced back. I know you can't see my house from here. Well, I'm not looking for it, thankfully. And what does that say? That says, Si prudente aquí hubo victimas fatales. Something about fatal accidents. You think it's Bolivia? How sure? How could a non-physical mind causally affect a physical brain? Non-physical mind. Well, no. So patterns of energy are still physical, right? Energy is matter, E equals mc squared. So a pattern of energy is still material. So I don't think there's a Phil of Mind's interaction problem there between sort of conceptualizing the mind as an algorithm. It is a pattern of energy, right? It is the way in which the energy is organized. Let's do Argentinian Pampas. Let's see how close we are. I'm not making any sort of spiritual claim, right? I'm not making any sort of non-material claim there. Ooh, very close. Look at this. Look at this. How close. That's lovely. Question number 3. All right, what do we got? Uma boa. This is Brazil. E fundamental. This is Brazilian Portuguese, I think. My guess. Go back to that sign, actually. I want to see. Does anyone read Portuguese? You want to get some. What does this say? Uma boa alimentação. Is this like food for kids or something? Pretty close both times. Yeah, I do this like every stream. So practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? Portuguese language, yeah. But it almost looks like Africa. This could be Angola, actually, or Mozambique for that matter. Show the posts. Sure, blue post. This guy's picking his ass. The shit you get. It could be Brazilian, or it could be Portuguese Africa, I guess. Yeah, do you think this is Brazil? No, right? This is more likely Africa. Angola, Mozambique? Yeah, I think so too, Angel Ferrer. I think so too. But which one? He's picking his butt. We're all children here. It's okay. Where are we going? We going into the mountains? Does this look like? I'm guessing Angola, but I wouldn't know, right? Luanda or something. We've never gotten where the cables. That's what are we doing Geoguessr poll meta? That's what the cables look like. Let's see if we go the other way. We're still going into like a town rather than the countryside. Okay. What's the name of the church? Conde. Is Conde a city in Angola, perhaps? Total lack of signs. It is Africa. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's hedge a little bit, but not too much. From the capital. Oh, it was Sao Tome. Okay. Conde is a city on the island of Sao Tome, which is also Portuguese language. Fair enough. I wasn't going to get that, but fair enough. Do you think physical descriptions like information processing in chemistry can fully explain consciousness? Oh, that's a tough one. I actually don't have a good answer for that. I used to think yes, but more and more I'm not so sure. But we were talking about now earlier in the stream about the relationship between consciousness and reality, and I think there is some compelling arguments to suggest that consciousness might be fundamental, physically fundamental to reality. What language is this? Romana? Ravanta este proprietare. Is this Romanian? What language is that? Sao Tome was hard. Let's get out of this terrible resolution, please. Produce lactate traditionale. I think this is Romanian. Yeah, you guys agree? Cool. Imagine a being that doesn't know why it thinks. Well, I mean, that's us. We don't know why we think, right? Isn't that us? We know that we think. We don't know why we think. Guy one says it's Slovenian. Sure. Don't think so, though. I think it is Romanian. Botasani, Romania? Okay, where's Botasani? How are you so confident? What part of the country? Angel Fair? Troy says, "Success or consciousness is fundamental to reality seems pretty egocentric. Thus, I like it." Okay. I mean, I don't know, right? I'm not the one suggesting it. I heard this. I certainly didn't come up with it. But the best our science, I mean, and please correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not an expert in consciousness, but the best our science tells us is that consciousness is an emergent property of how our brains work, right? So something about the way in which we process information allows us to see ourselves. The back of the truck said Botasani. Search for it. I will search for it, I guess. I got a minute left. Where do we think Botasani is? Botasani. How big of a city? Don't see it. I don't see it. Also, we're being asked difficult philosophy questions. Botasani, get the fuck out of here. That's awesome. We got the city. It's in northeast Romania. There's a traffic circle. Okay. Are there a lot of traffic circles? No, there actually aren't that many traffic circles. There's one. Yeah, there are a few, I guess. Okay, is there anything? What does this say? Penny, the gas station. Okay, we're out of time, friends. That looks pretty good. Nope. Different city, but very good. Very, very good. And this is our last question. Question number 5. We have such limited perceptions and lizard brains, yeah, with some advancements could surely conceptually witness. Oh, yeah, only a fraction of what reality is. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm excited to see what advances in technology do for my perception, right? I'm a person who has always been very curious to experience the limits of consciousness, and I've had super meaningful and powerful experiences with psychedelics in my life, positively too, right? I've had almost Ampana what? What country? The city is Ampana. No Twitch today. No, we did a YouTube stream, Bob. The back of the truck said Botasani. No worries, man. No worries. It was as good of a guess as any. The language is Turkish? No. The language is Malaysian? Indonesian? Yeah, it is Southeast Asia. Yeah, me too. Me too, Troy. Love it. Does that say semen conch? I don't want it. I don't want it. You could have it, not me. Pella Buhan Umpana. This feels like an Indonesian city. Where is Swahili? Where's that, man? Where's Umpana? Anyone know their Indonesian geography? Thailand. I think it is Indonesia, yes. Seth Rotman. Pete, I'm a philosophy class going over different definitions of beauty and art from different philosophers. I'm curious to hear which philosopher has given your favorite definition of art or beauty. I wouldn't know their name. I'm more interested in taking the pieces that mean something to me and making something coherent out of them. So I wouldn't claim to parrot someone else's philosophy, but I do like the idea that there are some sort of, if not objective reference points to art, then there's something that it refers to in reality that makes a thing beautiful. As opposed to just try Bali, sure. As opposed to just like letting it be Umpana. Anyone know Umpana in Indonesia? I am a child, I know. Okay. Umpana. Damn it. I guess we are trying Bali. And the sea is to the north. Is it Bali? Different Indonesian island? It was in Sulawesi. Ampana is a city in northern Sulawesi. Very cool. I guess northern middle. Ladies and gentlemen, finishing with a score of 17,028. Thank you for helping me. And wherever you find yourself in this big old world, I wish you the very best.